What is up, nation? Today let's talk about Amazon's surprise stock drop happening this morning, other retailers to keep an eye on this week, and the PS5 hitting a milestone of the most successful console launch in US history. All right, everyone, so I got a few different stories I want to cover today. The first of which is going to be Amazon's surprise stock drop. We have historically seen them go live at the same time other retailers do. Every now and then they just pick their own time and do it completely random, and that's what they did this time. So I want to talk through what to expect with them going forward. They obviously have fantastic shipping time, and if you can secure the console, then you get it immediately. But that said, it's extremely hard to predict when they might go live because they never give us any kind of expectations or statements at all. So I want to talk about the best way you can be informed on Amazon going forward in case if we do see future restocks. And then also Best Buy has been in the rumor mill for a restock wave for quite a while now, and we're expecting that to maybe hit the beginning to middle part of next week. So I'm going to talk through those details as well. And then we're also going to cover the PS5's huge milestone that it is now celebrated the most successful console launch in US history, which is a big deal. And obviously it could have been even better if there weren't all these supply constraints, but I want to just talk about how much of a win that is for the gaming community as a whole. But before we do hop into the details today, I just want to quickly invite everybody to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation of gaming. With that, guys, let's dive into the details. So one thing that I want for Christmas is Amazon telling us when these stock drops are actually going to go live ahead of time, but unfortunately I don't think that's going to happen, and we're not going to see them actually communicate these times to anybody. So I want to share kind of with you guys the tips and strategies that you can do to at least have a fighting shot whenever Amazon will go live, because obviously they're one of the world's largest retailers and we will continue to see them get restock waves. And then the best part is, especially if you're a Prime member, you can expect that console to show up at your house within a couple days. So I absolutely love them as a retailer. It's just one of those things where because there's so much demand for this product and they're not communicating the times, it's just luck of the draw on if you're ready to go and plugged in and ready to place the order once that link gets shared. Now that transitions me into really what you have to do to get that link first, which, you know, obviously if you have all day, you could just literally sit on Amazon's page and refresh, but because of how spread out these console launches have been up to this point, you probably don't want to do that. So the next best thing you can do is follow as many PS5 stock alert accounts on Twitter as possible. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. I'll do my best to keep up with it. I'm not on top of every one of them, guys, and you got to remember, all these PS5 watch accounts are just people. They're regular human beings on the other side of their computer. So sometimes if it goes live super early in the morning or super late at night, it might be something where somebody misses it, and that's obviously understandable and not a problem. But that's why I'm going to recommend you to follow additional accounts that I haven't even shouted out before, just because the more the better, and then that way you have the best chance of having the notification come through at the time that the link is still live with stock. So there's a few extra accounts that if you guys haven't followed them, I would recommend, because they've been tremendous at reporting this stuff as soon as the stock drops go live. But make sure you're plugged into as many different sources as you can, especially for retailers like Amazon if you want to get yours from them, because it's just going to continue to be random. If we ever get a communicated date from them ahead of time, I will be shocked, and it's still going to be just as hard to get one, honestly, because so many more people will know about it. So if you're hoping to get one from Amazon, follow the Twitter accounts below. And then I also want to transition into what we can expect from Best Buy going forward. We have a lot of rumors that state between the 16th and the 18th that they will be doing a restock drop. Now this is heavy rumor talk, okay? There's customer care representatives that have hinted at it. There's different screenshots and things like that going around online. It's not confirmed by any way, shape, or form, so don't put it on your calendar and stay up all night on those dates. I'm just simply letting you guys know that Best Buy is kind of due for a stock drop anyway, and they have a great system where they email you a verification code, so it's supposed to fight off a lot of the bots. You still have to be really quick to the punch, but Best Buy is another giant retailer that has not had a restock recently, so I would definitely keep my eyes and ears open for their restock to go live. They may communicate the time, sometimes they do, and then sometimes they just say it's going to be on a specific date, and you kind of have to do the old midnight trick where you stay up throughout the night and check. But I do want to share that with you guys to kind of keep real close watch on Best Buy as we walk into this weekend and into next week, just because I think they're going to continue to restock before Christmas. And then obviously, as of recording today, Sony Direct has not dropped, but I've continued to support them and shout them out because they have been doing daily restock drops this week up to this point. They may not restock today, or they might, because there's still plenty of time in the afternoon, but those are really the main ones that you might want to keep an eye out for as we're going over this weekend and into the final week, really, that you'll probably be able to order this thing and for sure secure it before Christmas. And then the other thing I want to talk about today is actually the NPD numbers on the PlayStation 5. They have now been shared, and it is official that this is the most successful PlayStation console launch of all time, the most successful console launch in general in the US history as far as total units being sold, and that's even with the supply constraints. They've still seen 1.1 million, between 1.1 and 1.3 million consoles is the kind of number that they're estimating right now, and so that is obviously a huge win for just the gaming community in general. I think the revenue was up something like 53%, like $1.4 billion were spent in the gaming industry as a whole in this single month of November. Now, obviously, when we see new consoles drop, we see, numbers like that go up anyway, but it also means that the gaming community is expanding and there's a lot more people that are getting into it, young, middle-aged, and old even, that are actually all participating in these things that can bring us together as a community. So I just think it's a really cool thing that we're seeing new records being broke. And then I will even say it's crazy that the Nintendo Switch, as far as total units sold, they actually outsold the PS5, but I do think part of that is obviously, the Nintendo Switch is extremely successful and they have, a huge library of games that is already ready to go. But then the other thing is that Sony, hit a bunch of roadblocks with supply constraints, and some of that can be due to 2020. Obviously, scalpers and bots, made a lot of gamers frustrated because they're taking their consoles and wanting to charge them double or triple on eBay, which is just insane. But there was a bunch of chaos. This was probably the most chaotic launch that I could ever think back to. I mean, I've been a part of previous ones, like for the Nintendo Wii and for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. And of course, those were in the days where you could just go line up at any store you wanted. So if you really wanted to get it, you probably could. Still chaotic, but nothing like this time around. So I do think, all in all, as crazy as it is, and I know there's still a lot of people out there hunting for the console, so don't give up if you haven't gotten it yet. Sony's not going to just stop producing this thing. It's incredibly successful. It's the most successful console launch ever. And I think that they're just going to do, allocate all their resources that they can to continue to fulfilling orders. So hopefully as many people get it before Christmas that are wanting it for Christmas as possible. And then I've seen a lot of people comment that you're just perfectly fine with waiting till 2021, and I think that that's going to be obviously a lot easier. We're already seeing Walmart, being able to just go in and purchase whenever they do get their restock, and I think we're going to see less communicated stock drops going forward, and we're going to see more like the retailers get them on the shelves and you can just go walk in and purchase them, or you can just order them online as soon as the restock waves do hit. So hopefully this continues to get easier, but it's obviously a big win for Sony, a big win for the gaming community, and then just really exciting to see the kind of growth overall in this space. And I think it's going to obviously only continue from here as games become more of a part of the mainstream media and mainstream entertainment. So wanted to share those numbers with you guys and let me know your opinions on this being the biggest console launch ever. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I did at this point in the video want to invite you to leave me a comment. Let me know what your opinions on this Amazon surprise stock drop were, what retailers you're going to be keeping a closer eye on as we walk into this weekend and into next week. And then also let me know what your opinion is on this being the most successful console launch ever. Is it, or if you haven't gotten one yet, you might not feel that way. So let me know, voice your frustrations. I'm all ears, and I'll be happy to get a back and forth conversation started with you guys. Now, and then before I do end the video today, I do just want to quickly invite everybody one more time to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below. Hit the like button on your way out on this video if you enjoyed the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation of gaming. With that, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.